Hey, it's me, and for the video stars, I just like to say thanks for the amazing support recently, and I'd also like to say thanks to the Rage Quit God for voicing this video. Enjoy.
Okay, first of all, how do I say your name, by the way? Auntie? Ante? Was good, everybody? I'm the Rage Quit God. You already know who I am. In the second Tears of the Kingdom trailer, we hear Ganon saying,
Rise, my servants, sweep over Hyrule.
Eliminate this kingdom and her allies. Leave no survivors. Now, this got me thinking right here. If Ganon's gonna try to destroy Hyrule as we know it today, what's gonna happen with the residents and whatnot of Hyrule? How are they gonna survive this invasion of Ganon's monsters and whatnot? In the new trailer that I still haven't seen yet, we got to see some pretty interesting things. First, we get to see a military camp at Central Square. Shortly after that, we got to see some people fighting against the monsters at Fort Hateno, and we also get to hear a voice saying,
Zelda, we rely on your knight, and that legendary sword he carries. Our last line of defense will be Link.
After that, we then see Ganon reincarnating into his original form, and lastly, we get to see Link standing alongside a few people. Now, what's the conclusion of all of this? Well, I think we're gonna get an experience where we're gonna see the invasion of the kingdom and pretty much defending the people of Hyrule. Now, let's say Link and the people of Hyrule failed at fighting back. How would this invasion take place? With Ganon's new army and monsters and whatnot, the people are probably gonna have a hard time defending themselves, and I'm pretty sure sooner or later Hyrule's gonna have to retreat into safe places and whatnot. What would happen with the 9 towns and their residents? We'll start with Gerudo town with this one. I'm pretty sure I said that name right. The people of Gerudo town will fall and fail with fighting back against Ganon's army and whatnot. And pretty much they're gonna realize that they can't defend their home, so they're gonna make a break for it to the Gerudo Highlands. Sadly, I do think these new type of Moldugas will put a pretty quick end to them. Now let's move on to the Ritos in Rito Village. On these guys, I actually do think they got a fighting chance, or at least a chance at surviving. Pretty sure what's gonna happen for them is they'd probably escape far up in the Hebra Mountains near the edge of the map. The high cliffs and cold environment would make a pretty great area for the Ritos to defend themselves against a few of the monsters who can handle it and navigate pretty much through this harsh environment. When it comes to Kakoriko Village, I'm pretty sure Ganon is probably going to try to push from all the 3 entrance points, and they're probably going to have some additional air support pushing from the north. If the residents of Kakoriko Village are quick enough, they can probably make their way to Lanayru Road. The warriors of Kakoriko Village will probably put up a pretty good fight, but they're eventually going to be overwhelmed, which is going to be sad. Eventually, Ganon's forces are probably going to make their way up to the northeast part of the map. When the monsters come to Zora's domain, things will probably get a little bit tricky. The way I see it, there's a few options that the Zoras can take when it comes to evacuating. They could probably try and hide in a place like Uria Grotto or Lodrum Headland. How about the Goron City and its residents? Well, I think they're probably going to retreat to Death Mountain in a desperate attempt at defense. Sooner or later, they're probably going to be surrounded by Ganon's flying troops. Even though the Gorons are brave warriors, they're probably going to be overwhelmed and defeated, well, eventually. My idea about what would happen with the Hateno village and its residents might be a little far-fetched, so take it with a pinch of salt, will you? In the trailer, one of the shots is of Link walking through the majestic-looking Hateno village. Later in the same trailer, we see Link and people fighting against monsters at Fort Hateno. Also, if you look closely, you can notice some of them have the classic Hateno farming hats, which means some of the Hateno people must have participated in this fight. I believe they fought back against Ganon's army and pretty much failed, which resulted in Hateno Village's defeat. To be honest with you, I'm not sure what would happen to Lurelin Village, but if they're able to make it to the Eventide Island before Ganon's forces arrive, they might have some more time before being surrounded and defeated by Ganon's flying troops. Now, before we move on, I know a lot of you will have different opinions and thoughts of like what would happen. I'd love to hear them, so let me know in the comments. Now that we've talked about 9 villages and towns, but what about the rest of the people in Hyrule? I think there's like roughly 14 stables in Breath of the Wild. Obviously, the stables have more or less no way of properly defending themselves, so that tells me they're probably going to be easily knocked out. Except for the people in stables, settlements, and towns, the rest of Hyrule consists of hermits and travelers. There might be a few lucky travelers who somehow manage to escape and hide. Before this video ends, I just want to say one more thing that you guys might be surprised about. The Korok forest is gone! I know, this sounds pretty crazy and whatnot, but there is one thing that I can say to you that can prove this. In the gameplay trailer, we can see this cute little Korok guy in the Dwelling Peak stable. This little Korok guy is apparently looking for his friend. As Sledgen mentioned in one of his videos, this Korok is probably the Korok we can see in the Korok forest named Peaks. Therefore, I draw this conclusion that the Korok forest was invaded. That's pretty much going to be it for this one. Thank you for watching, my fellow Hylians and people who probably know who I am. And also, if you like this video, first of all, like the video. Secondly, there's probably another video appearing right in your face right now.